Hi everybody. So this week for discussion number 6, we were asked, can any speech ever be simply informative? I think yes. I do think that there are some types of speeches that can be simply informative. I think when you're teaching a class something, you're only going to be simply informative, especially if you're bringing new information to the table to your students. And I also think that if you are in management for a company, that you might be bringing up new policies or procedures to your employees, or perhaps you guys have a new piece of equipment that you're training your employees on. I think those types of speeches are, for the most part, going to be simply informative, as you're just teaching a brand new subject to your audience, and they're just learning simply how to do something. I would say probably 85 to 90% of the time, I feel like you're not going to be simply informative. I think when you're speaking in class and you've picked a subject that you are probably evoking some sort of like emotion on it, or that you feel a certain way. For example, last week I brought up the fact that I was going to do cloth diapering as my speech subject, and that would be considered informative. But I even said in my video last week that I feel a certain way about it. Obviously, I'm going to be biased towards it, and I feel that it's superior to disposables due to my experience and what I've learned. I think that as a speaker, you try to eliminate as much bias as possible so that your audience can form their own opinion. But I do think that you're always going to kind of lean a certain way. I think that I've seen that, and even in documentaries I've watched on Netflix, I've noticed that you can always see like the speaker kind of leaning which way, just one way or the other. So for the most part, I think you do have a lot of the time where there's going to be emotions involved and bias involved, although it is possible for a speech to be simply informative. So that's all I have for today. Thank you for listening. I'll see you guys next week.